Hey, welcome back to Calm English Company, the podcast where we talk about real English for real life situations. I'm Lucy.
And I'm Tom. And today, okay, Lucy, I need to start with a confession.
Oh no, what did you do?
Nothing bad, just embarrassing. So last week, right, I was at a work dinner, and the conversation was going great. Everyone laughing, telling stories. And then someone asked me, Tom, what do you think?
Okay, classic moment. What happened?
I knew exactly what I wanted to say. In my head, perfect, clear, smart. But the moment I opened my mouth, I said, yes, I think it is good thing for the future. Yes.
Tom, no.
3 people turned and looked at me like, who invited this guy? And inside I'm thinking, I have a master's degree. I read books. I am not stupid.
Oh, Tom. Okay, that is exactly what today's episode is about.
Because here's the thing, and this is important. If you're listening right now and you've ever felt this, you are not alone. And more importantly, you are not stupid.
Stay with us, because today we're going to explain why this happens, the real reason, and exactly what to do about it. By the end of this episode, you're going to feel so much better. And more importantly, you're going to have real tools to fix it.
Let's go.
Okay, so first, Tom, you're not the only one. I want to share something. We asked our listeners, and so many of you said the same thing.
What did they say?
Things like, in my language, I'm funny. In English, I'm boring. Or, I know the answer, but I can't say it fast enough. Or, this one broke my heart. My coworkers think I'm quiet. I'm not quiet. I just can't find the words.
That last one. That one hurts.
It does, because it's not about intelligence. It never was. So, Tom, do you want to explain why this actually happens? The real science behind it?
Yes. Okay. So there's actually a name for this. It's called the intelligence-language gap. And here's what it means in simple terms. When you speak your first language, your mother tongue, your brain works on autopilot. You don't think about grammar. You don't think about vocabulary. You just talk, like breathing.
But in English?
In English, your brain is doing 5 things at once. It's translating. It's choosing words. It's checking grammar. It's monitoring pronunciation. And it's trying to keep the conversation going at the same time.
That's exhausting just listening to it.
Exactly. And here's the kicker. The smarter you are, the more you notice the gap between what you want to say and what comes out. Less advanced thinkers don't notice as much. Smart people feel this more.
So actually feeling stupid means you're probably quite intelligent?
Basically, yes.
I love that. Okay, so listeners, write this down or save this episode because this next part is important.
Coming up in just a few minutes, we're going to give you the 3 real reasons you sound less intelligent than you are. And after that, the phrases that will immediately make you sound smarter. Even as a beginner. Stay with us.
All right, 3 reasons. Tom, you want to take reason number 1?
Yes. Reason number 1, the translation trap. So most learners, especially intermediate learners, still think in their first language and then translate to English in their head before speaking. And this creates a delay, a pause. And in conversation, a pause feels like confusion.
But it's not confusion. It's translation happening in real time.
Right. And the fix? You start building what I call English islands in your brain. Small phrases you don't translate. You just know. We'll give you a list in a minute.
Okay, reason number 2, the vocabulary ceiling. This one is sneaky. You might understand 80% of a conversation, but then you hit one word, one concept that you don't have a word for in English, and suddenly you feel completely lost.
Like hitting a wall at full speed.
Exactly. And what do most people do? They stop. They go quiet. They say, I don't know, and give up.
But there's a better way, and we'll show you that in section 3.
And reason number 3. Tom, this one's your favorite.
Reason 3, the speed gap. Native speakers, especially in casual conversation, talk fast. They use contractions. They drop sounds. Want to becomes wanna. Going to becomes gonna. Did you becomes didya.
And if you didn't grow up hearing that,
You feel like you're listening to a completely different language. And then when you speak, you go slowly because you're careful. And that slowness gets misread as not knowing.
but you do know. You're just being careful.
Exactly. Careful is not the same as stupid. Careful means you care about saying it right.
Don't go anywhere, because after the break, we're giving you the actual phrases that will make you sound more intelligent immediately. Tested, real, and honestly, kind of life-changing. Back in 60 seconds.
Okay, this is the practical part. We're giving you 10 phrases that intelligent English speakers use. And here's the secret. These phrases actually buy you time while sounding smart.
Right. So instead of going silent or saying, I don't know, and stopping, you use one of these.
Ready? Let's go through them.
Phrase 1. That's a really interesting question. Use this when someone asks something and you need 2 to 3 seconds to think. It sounds thoughtful, not slow. Example. Someone asks, what do you think about the new project? You say, that's a really interesting question. I think we need to look at it from 2 angles.
Phrase 2. If I understand correctly, use this to confirm before you answer. It sounds professional and gives you time to organize your thoughts. Example. If I understand correctly, you're asking about the budget. Is that right?
Phrase 3. Let me think about that for a second. In English, saying this is completely normal and sounds confident, not uncertain. Example. Let me think about that for a second. Okay, I think the best approach would be...
Phrase 4. What I'm trying to say is, use this when you lose your word mid-sentence. Instead of going silent, you pivot. Example. I think the situation is... What I'm trying to say is, we need more time.
Phrase 5. In other words, when you've said something and it didn't come out right, use this to rephrase. Sounds smart and gives you a second try.
Phrase 6. Does that make sense? Native speakers use this all the time. It shows you care about being understood, not that you're unsure.
Phrase 7. I'm not sure of the exact word, but it's something like, this is gold. Instead of stopping because you don't know the word, describe it. Example. I'm not sure of the exact word, but it's something like a feeling when you're happy, but also a little sad. The word is bittersweet, and you just described it perfectly.
Use in meetings or discussions. Validate the other person. Then add your idea.
Phrase 9. To be honest, this phrase signals authenticity. Native speakers use it before opinions. It makes you sound confident and genuine.
Phrase 10. Can I just add something? In group conversations, this is how you enter without interrupting. Smart, polite, and confident.
10 phrases. Powerful phrases. Listeners, honestly, if you practice just 3 of these this week, your English conversations will feel completely different.
Coming up, Lucy's got a story about the most embarrassing English moment of her life. And trust me, if she survived it, you can survive anything. Right after this.
Okay, Tom mentioned I have a story. And yes, I promised I'd share it, and I'm going to keep that promise, even though it's mortifying.
I cannot wait for this.
So this was 3 years ago. I was at a conference, a professional conference, and I had to give a short presentation in front of maybe 40 people.
Okay.
I practiced. I was ready, and everything was going perfectly. And then someone in the audience asked me a question, a hard question, and my brain just went blank, completely empty.
What did you do?
I stood there for what felt like 45 years, and then I said, yes.
You just said yes?
The question was, what are the main challenges? And I said, yes.
Lucy?
I know, but here's what happened after. Someone came up to me, a very senior person, and said, I really respected how you paused before answering. It showed you take the question seriously.
No way.
I'm serious. And that was the moment I realized. We judge ourselves so much harder than other people judge us. The audience doesn't know what you wanted to say. They only hear what you say. And if you stay calm, they think you're calm.
That's such an important mindset shift. Because I think a lot of English learners have this voice in their head, this critical voice, that says, you sound stupid. They noticed. They're judging you.
And that voice is lying to you.
Every single time.
The truth is, most people are so focused on themselves in a conversation, they don't even notice your small mistakes.
Okay, we want to talk about something a little deeper. Something that not many English podcasts talk about. And that's the identity gap.
Tell them, Tom.
So here's the thing. When you speak your native language, you are fully yourself. You have your personality, your humor, your intelligence, your full range of expression. But in English, at the beginning, at the intermediate stage, you can only access part of yourself. A smaller vocabulary, fewer phrases, less confidence. And so you seem quieter, more serious, less like you.
And people might read that as shy or cold or less intelligent.
But it's not you. It's just the language version of you that's still growing.
I love that. The language version of you is still growing. And that's okay.
And here's the good news. That gap closes. It closes with every episode you listen to, every conversation you have, every phrase you practice. You are literally building a bigger version of yourself in English.
And that's what Calm English Company is here for. Every episode, we're giving you more vocabulary, more phrases, more confidence, so your English self gets closer and closer to your real self.
Last section coming up. We've got your homework for this week. Simple, quick, and honestly, kind of fun. Stay with us.
Okay, your challenge this week. Are you ready?
Tell them.
This week, find one moment where you feel that I sound stupid feeling. And instead of stopping, Use one of our 10 phrases. Just one. Doesn't matter which.
And then come back and tell us. Leave a comment. Send a message. We genuinely want to know what happened.
Because here's what I believe. After this episode, you know something that most English learners don't know. You know that the feeling of sounding stupid has nothing to do with actual intelligence. It's a language gap, and language gaps close.
You are not stupid. You are not slow. You are a person learning one of the hardest things a human brain can do. And you're doing it.
That's it from us today. If this episode helped you, please share it with one person who needs to hear this.
See you Friday. Keep going. You're doing better than you think.
Bye for now.